Andy Suarez is coming off one of his best starts of his young career. The lefty shut down the Rangers on Saturday, and now he looks to keep things rolling against the Mets. And up for the Mets is Zach Wheeler. Wheeler has been on fire for the entire month, and he's starting to look like another ace in this Mets rotation. It's game one of the series, Giants-Mets, and it's coming up next. The homestand continues tonight. It's the Mets in town. This is game one of a three-game series. Mets-Giants. Welcome to NBC Sports Bay Area, and it's powered by Xfinity. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants took 2 out of 3 from the Rangers, and then they did the same against the Diamondbacks. So the Mets are in town. And look, we could talk about Wheeler and Suarez as starting pitching, but I don't want to do that. A couple of young guys from Sacramento making their debut tonight. That's right, tonight here at AT&T Park.
Well, Aramis, Garcia, Chris Shaw, they're going to be putting on a big league uniform for the first time tonight. And their opponent, Zach Wheeler, well, he's not going to be an easy guy. But guess what? Your first day in the big leagues, when you're making your first start, you are bulletproof. And we hope that they can have some impact on this ball game. I know one thing, we're both watching them closely, and we can't wait.
And maybe they won't even walk. Maybe they'll just swing for the fences. That would be fun. All right. Stay tuned. We'll take you to our NBC Sports Bay Area studios. We'll do that for an update, and we'll also do that right after this.
Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. And by Jack in the Box. Try something different, like Jack's Teriyaki Bowls. Only at Jack in the Box for a limited time.
Well, it's Orange Friday. Your Giants coming off of a day off at home. And tonight they kick off a 3-game series with the New York Mets. Welcome back to our broadcast, everybody. I'm Amy Gutierrez. You are going to see a different-looking Giants team this evening. Andrew McCutchen now with the Yankees. Chris Shaw got the call. He'll be in left tonight making his debut. And Aramis Garcia, he's going to make his debut behind the dish. All right, tonight we continue to look for the most memorable moment in Giants baseball over the past 60 years. We need you to vote. Is it 2014 NLCS Game 5, where John Miller has the call?
One pitch. Swing, and there's a high drive down the left field line, hooking toward the corner. Goodbye! It's tied up, and Michael Morris hits the long ball that Bruce Bochy was hoping he'd hit. Here it comes. Swing, and there's a drive deep into right field, way back there. Goodbye! A home run for the game. The Giants have won the pennant, and Travis Ishikawa is being clobbered by his teammates as he comes down the third base line, and he is mobbed at home plate. It's Travis Ishikawa.
Tonight's challenger, June 30th, 1978. Giants at Atlanta. Number 44, Willie McCovey takes Jamie Easterly deep for career home run number 500. Stretch would go on to hit 21 more dingers in his career, but that one, it's pretty memorable. Here's how you vote. You're going to go to NBCSportsBayArea.com, or you can vote on Twitter at NBCS Giants. And once again, the winner of this round will be announced on our Giants postgame live this evening. All right, couple rookies making their debut. Another rookie on the hill, Andrew Suarez. Crook and Kipe have the call. Lineup's first pitch is all coming your way.
for Giants Mets baseball. Our game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The boardwalk is indeed open. Visit beachboardwalk.com for park hours. Another chilly night. You see the winds, the humidity, and it is mostly a clear night. All right, let's take a look at the Mets lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Frazier, McNeil, and then Austin Jackson. It'll be Flores, Bruce, Mesoraco. It'll be Brandon Nimmo hitting 7th, then it's Reyes, then it's Wheeler.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be the rookie left-hander Andy Suarez, and this is what he has done in 23 starts. 5-9 with a 4.42 ERA. 25 years of age, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. And this is what you see when you take your at-bats against him. He'll give you a fastball that can go low 90s, at times even in the mids. He'll sink and cut it. He's got a curveball and a changeup.
Well, the Giants played 4 games in New York, which means one starter did not face the Mets, and it was Andy Suarez.
Breaking in a new glove tonight. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Andy Suarez tonight. It's going to be the new kid. That's right, 2 debuts tonight. Chris Shaw will be in left field, joined by Hernandez and Slater in the outfield. Hanson and Longoria, they're on the left side of the infield. Panic and Bell on the right side. And Aramis Garcia, he'll be making his debut. He'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
First pitch of the ball game is a call strike. So we get started right on time. There are the 2 young men. And another strike. Frazier, an unusual type hitter to be in the leadoff spot. Sees the 3rd pitch high. He's got 16 home runs, 52 driven in. Mike Estabrook is calling balls and strikes. Fairchild, Danley, Dreckman, 1st to 3rd.
Well, and Estabrook is a good umpire for a young pitcher. He's got a pretty big zone. He'll give highs, he'll give some lows, and he'll give width on both sides of the plate. However, it can bounce around a bit.
This is going to be a tough play, and Belt can't make it, and it's just foul. Only because of the shift made it Belt's ball and nobody else's. Should be noted, I'll state the obvious, the shift that the Giants put on with Panic to the left of second is not designed for pop-ups.
No, it's not. As we have learned to live with the shifts, they do have their own personality.
The shift is designed for ground balls.
Well, and what they've proven is that the shifts have been working. So they're not going away.
And the 2-2. And he got him.
High fastball at 94 above the hands.
So that's how this game gets started. And that'll bring up Jeff McNeil.
Take a look at the payoff pitch. That's our pitch cast brought to you by SoFi, a modern finance company. He just backyard hardballed him right above the hands.
Here's McNeil, who had some ownage on the Giants in New York. And Suarez starts him off with a called strike.
You think about Andy Suarez is throwing to Aramis Garcia tonight. These guys played against each other in Little League, along with Derek Rodriguez.
0-2.
But up until tonight, Andy Suarez was throwing to 2 veteran catchers, Buster Posey and Nick Hundley. Not tonight. So we'll be watching to see if he shakes off Aramis Garcia. But from all reports, I mean, everybody loves throwing to him. Madison Bumgarner gave Garcia glowing endorsements when he went down there and rehabbed to start, and Garcia caught him. He said he loved his target.
Hit on the ground to Panic on the backhand, and he can't quite bend over and make the play. And now it's going to end up being a double. A ground ball up the middle double. You don't see that all the time.
Well, McNeil has been red hot this month of August. They played a slight pull over. I mean, about 3 steps out of straightaway second base positioning. But with the center fielder Gorkis Hernandez playing over in the left center field gap, there was just a long run for him to get to the ball. And with McNeil's speed, he took advantage of it.
Here's Austin Jackson, and Jackson takes high. I think sometimes too, Mike, you get as an outfielder, you assume the second baseman is going to make the play, and I think that's what Gorkis did.
Well, you know what they say about assumption. It's the mother of all screw-ups.
Jackson takes a strike. Yeah, you start to think, well, that guy's a Gold Glover. He's going to make that play. Here's the 1-1. Jackson with a healthy rip. It's foul back. Jackson with the Mets is hitting .319. Here's the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes with Wilmer Flores on deck.
There is carry to right field, as we see very often in late August, September, and into October. You start to see carry early in the ball game to the right side of the field.
Foul back. Mets are coming in. They coming in from Chicago, where they lost 2 out of 3. Got him.
All right, here's our BioFreeze moment, powered by BioFreeze. Cool the pain. Saturday against the Rangers, Andy Suarez pitched 7 innings. He allowed 3 hits, no runs, 3 walks, struck out 5 on 106 pitches. But the 7 innings, that was the key. On a tired bullpen day, he really picked his pin up. And the Giants walk out of here with a victory. And that's our BioFreeze moment.
Flores at 274. And he takes a pitch low and away. He's a good solid hitter. 11 home runs, 48 runs batted in. And he shoots this one foul down the right field line and out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Has done well against the Giants. In his young career, the Giants have been his get-well team.
It's Jay Bruce on deck. A ball and a strike here in the top of the first inning. 2-1. There's a good pitch. 2-2.
In watching Andy Suarez this year, I mean, one thing that when he's on a night is when he's locating that fastball in on right-handers. And he likes that side of the plate, and he's aggressive to it. When you commit to make that inside pitch, I mean, you've got to finish it off, and he does.
Hit on the ground to Longoria and across the diamond to Belt, and that'll end the inning. It'll be Panic Hansen and Longoria coming up. At their lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It's a different lineup. It's Panic, Hansen, and Longoria and Belt, and they look familiar. Slater, yeah. Shaw, all right, debut. Gorkis Hernandez, Garcia, debut. And Andy Suarez, he's a rook.
Well, let's take a look at the pitcher for the Mets tonight. It's going to be the right-hander, Zach Wheeler, former first-round pick for the Giants in 2009. And he has been red hot. 25 starts, 9-6 with a 3.46 ERA, but that doesn't tell you the whole story. The last 11 straight starts, his ERA has been 1.88. And in the month of August, he is 4-0. And the way he does it is with a fastball that goes mid-90s, occasionally high 90s. He's got a curveball, slider, and a changeup, and a good feel of both sides of the plate with all of them.
And here's Panic, and Panic takes high. Panic at 247. And he takes a strike. He's got 4 home runs, 19 driven in tight. 0 for 6 lifetime against Zach Wheeler. Three and 1. Skied into shallow left center field for Reyes, and Reyes will put it away.
Let's take a look at the Mets defensively tonight behind Zach Wheeler, starting the outfield from left to right. It's going to be Nimmo, Jackson, and Bruce, the best arm in right field. Jay Bruce has a good one. Reyes and Frazier will be on the left side of the infield. McNeil and Flores on the right side. And Devin Mesoraco, he'll be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Alan Hansen hitting .269 with 6 home runs, 36 driven in. He's 1 for 4 lifetime against Wheeler.
Hey, girls' night out.
Yep. Mom gets to hold a hot dog. She gets the last bite. Jackson coming in. 2 outs. So 2 pop-ups off of Wheeler, and here's Longoria.
I think Mom's good with it.
Oh yeah, Mom's the holder of the hot dog, of course.
Oh yeah, we will check back in with that group.
Longoria takes a strike. He's at 243, 14 home runs, 45 runs batted in. And he had a double against Wheeler in 3 at-bats. 1 ball and 1 strike. And it's high, 2-1.
For Wheeler, it's just been a matter of being able to get healthy. Had Tommy John surgery in 2015, missed 2015 and 16. Back on the DL in his 2017 year.
Line drive, base hit. 97-mile-an-hour fastball sent into left field, and that'll bring up Belt.
Well, he's always had the tools, always had the good fastball, good loose shoulder. Just sidelined with injuries. And really, this year has been his coming out party. I mean, he has gotten to the big league level, and he has become dominant these last couple months. Average fastball velocity. I mean, he's the 2nd hardest thrower. And that's saying a whole lot when he's got a higher average fastball than Jacob deGrom and Noah Syndergaard.
Belt takes in tight. Belt 3 for 9 in his career against this Mets right-hander who once was a product of the Giants organization. Felt fouls it. It wasn't, but maybe a season or two after Wheeler went to the Mets, he had Tommy John surgery. And like most, he's come back.
Well, it took him a long time, though. I mean, 2 full seasons he was out.
Out of play. 1 and 2.
Did biceps tendonitis. Then he had it was a stress reaction in his right arm. Kind of a vague description for pain. So this is the first year he's had his body for a full year.
He did have a start here maybe 3 or 4 years ago where the Giants were not happy with him because he drilled Hunter Pence and he got him bad. This is lifted into left center field, and it's Nimmo who puts it away. That'll end the inning. 0-0.
Area is brought to you by Redwood Credit Union. Redwood Credit Union offers full-service banking for all that you love. Federally insured by NCUA.
It's a 0-0 ball game. Both teams with a hit, and here's Jay Bruce. And Jay Bruce looks at a strike. 221, 4 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Had a series here when he was with the Reds, about, I don't know, 2-3 years ago. I think he had 5 home runs in a 4-game series.
Well, I think it also really helped with cranking up the volume on his free agency campaign.
It would make the team that you hit him against want you.
Yeah, it was impressive.
No swing, 1 and 2.
.293 lifetime here with 7 big flies.
Off the plate, 2 and 2.
See how the Giants are playing Jay Bruce. That's our StatCast AI powered by AWS.
This is popped up. Can Gorky Hernandez get there? Yes, he can. And with that, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, no surprise. Giants players took the news pretty hard that Andrew McCutchen had been traded. And we spoke with Chase Darno earlier today, and he said Andrew was an excellent teammate, so even-keeled. He kept things light. He's very happy that he's going to a contender, but he knows he did not enjoy shaving off his facial hair. And Hunter Pence, whose locker was next to him in that clubhouse, he said he's an incredible person, teammate, and ball player. It was a privilege to play with him. He had great knowledge of the game. He wishes him lots of luck in New York, and he treasures the time that he got with Andrew McCutchen. Dwayne?
Yep. Couldn't agree anymore. He was a pro's pro.
He was a pro's pro. Great way to describe him. He came in every day fresh. And you know what? As you see how he ranks on the Giants offensively, first in every category. But it was real obvious when you were around this guy that he loved to play baseball.
He was one of those guys that if he wasn't in the lineup, you had to ask the manager if something was wrong with him.
And we wish him well wherever he goes. Class act.
Here's Nimmo, who almost looked like he wanted that ball to hit him.
Well, he's been hit 18 times this year.
So he probably likes it. And a strike, 1 and 2.
Good curveball. What's the most you ever got hit in a year?
7.
I mean, 18's a lot. 7's a lot.
Yeah, it is. Two and 2.
It must have been a really good story for the Mets. And he gets on base. Since All-Star break, his on-base percentage is .429. So, and the other thing, too, about the Mets, I mean, you don't hear a lot about their offense. They've been a pretty good offensive club since the All-Star break.
Belt will give ground, and then he'll go to the bag himself, and that'll end the inning. For the Giants, Slater to lead it off.
That was close.
Bay Area is brought to you by Cresco, your #1 choice for tool and equipment rental, with 19 stores to serve you in Northern California.
No score. Giants are coming up here in the second inning as Wheeler faces Slater. We were talking about Slater's jersey the other day, where he had 2 buttons down.
Yeah.
So I got a little talking to today from Slater's teammate, Hunter Pence. It's my idea. Back off. I'm trying to get him to do it. Just back off. So then I asked later, he goes, yeah, it is Pence's idea. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, if you're a rook, you got to pay attention to what Hunter Pence says.
So I think maybe that'll be served for day games when it's a little warmer. Tap to Wheeler. Not a problem.
Batting 6, left fielder, number 26, Chris Shaw.
So those are Shaw's numbers in Sacramento. And see the folks with their cameras and a big swing. Ain't gonna miss.
Now, he's a big fella, 6'3", 230. Went to Boston College. He's from Massachusetts. Asked me, do you have any family here tonight? He says, no, they couldn't make it tonight. They're going to get in late, but I'll have 10 tomorrow. And right now he's floating on air. I don't think his feet felt the grass as he made his way out to take his position.
So he sees 3 pitches in the big leagues, and he is out.
Bruce Dreckman, the third base umpire tonight, went out there and wished him well. I mean, everybody loves a debut. I mean, because you know what's going on in that uniform. That heart's fluttering and your adrenaline's off the charts. It's just a special moment.
Here's Garcia Hernandez with 2 outs, and he takes a pitch for a strike.
I don't think Gorky's agree with that call. I mean, I'm just saying.
On deck is Garcia. 2 outs, nobody on. A cool Friday night. Day baseball the next 2 days. Healthy rip, it's 2-2.
Well, she's dressed appropriately.
Yeah.
She is no rookie.
She looks like she needs a hot chocolate. Three and 2 on the pitch in the dirt.
Aramis Garcia on deck, making his debut tonight.
Up to middle. Reyes got him, and that'll end the inning. Nice little flip throw. And we'll head to the third, where Reyes will lead things off. third inning, and today we were honored to be fed by Tony. You see Tony from Tony's Pizza here at the ballpark. He's got a number of locations around the city, and not only is he a showman, but the end product is his pizzas are awesome.
They are really, really good. And you find those on the right field side of this ballpark, and we recommend it. It is good pizza.
And they don't throw out any small slices either.
Let's go, Tony.
Here's Reyes as he bounces one to Hansen, and Hansen will throw him out. Here's Wheeler. How's it going for our cotton candy guy?
Well, I'm going to say that he's just starting out.
He's in a section where there's no people. That's not a good way to start.
Yeah, you need to go find where the people are. Basic vendorism.
Little jam shot to Panic. And who caught it? Panic did.
Wow.
Really not hit high in the air for you can call somebody off. Collision avoided, 2 down.
It's an unusual play because it's so low you don't often have times to yell. I mean, you're just concentrating on making a play. That could have been bad. Watch Panic reaches up, the high backhander. I mean, collisions you worry about in the outfield, not the infield normally.
Frazier started off the ball game with a strikeout. And he takes low. Pop up to Slater. Side retired. Garcia debut is a hitter coming up. Suarez and then Panic. Nothing. Aramis Garcia to lead things off in his debut as a hitter in the major leagues. And he takes outside for a ball.
We talked about Chris Shaw didn't have any family tonight. Well, not the case with Aramis Garcia. There's his mom, dad, his grandpa, his grandma, and his fiancee. And he looked nervous.
Dad's having a hard time. Out of play.
Well, Garcia, former second-round pick by the Giants in 2014. Out of Florida International University. Good baseball program there. His dad dressed for Miami, wearing his shorts.
Yeah, opposite field into the water in your first at bat would be good.
Well, that would be very good. Right-handed. That's never been done.
Yeah, that's why it'd be good.
He's got some power. I mean, he's had a couple seasons where he's had 17 home runs last year, 15 the year before, or 2 years before. This year he's hit 11.
So he gets him on a high fastball at 97.
That's a healthy fastball. I mean, that's not anything to be ashamed of if you strike out on a high fastball from Zach Wheeler.
I mean, the family looks relieved.
I think, except for Grandpa, he's down in front.
Yeah. Here's Andy Suarez. Three for 38. 2-0.
So you definitely will calm down a little bit on your next at bat. That first one, boy, wish you could get the pulse rate of guys taking their first at bat or throwing their first pitch. And everybody in that dugout knows what they're going through. And I mean, that's who everybody's watching. They're watching the Rooks tonight make their debut.
Suarez takes the 3-0 strike.
See at bat you've dreamt about your whole life.
I'm saying they gave Suarez the 3-1 green light.
Well, why not? He's earned it. I mean, he's really been, I think he's the most improved hitter in that Giants pitching staff.
3-0 to a strikeout, and here's Panic. Well, the next homestand, the Rockies are in town on Friday the 14th. It's Peanuts Day, your special event ticket package is going to include a Peanuts Giants messenger bag and a ticket to see the Rockies. sfgiants.com/special events. Panic takes a strike. He popped out to the shortstop Reyes in the first inning. Foul back, another again 2. Panic stays alive. The Giants are 4-2 on this homestand. They took 2 out of 3 from the Rangers and then did the same thing against the Diamondbacks. They're 15-12 against the National League East. And in that 4-game series in New York last week, both teams won 2 games. In that final game, it was Bumgarner who beat DeGrom. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Just outside. It's 2-2.
Tried to backdoor a cut. Did miss by a whole bunch. There's Jacob DeGrom on your right. So he gets an all-expense paid vacation to the city of San Francisco.
Panic down the right field line as he digs it out. And it's off of the number 2 archway. Bruce has got a good arm, and Panic with a double.
Well, that was a bullet. He really dropped a head on that. Inside, just spins on 98. And that'll make the relatives back in New York chirk up a little bit and smile.
.106, the exit velocity.
Yeah, went in at 98, went out at 106.
Hansen hit a pop up to center field. He's 0 for 1.
Not an easy thing to try and throw a fastball by Joe Panik. He's just not.
Big chopper to second. And that'll end the inning as McNeil throws to Flores. McNeil, Jackson, Flores coming up.
Area is brought to you by Toyota, designed for the grind that comes through every time. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places.
Here in the 4th inning, it's Suarez to McNeil, and it's a called strike. McNeil has the only hit for the Mets. And that was a double. Unusual double. A ground ball that got underneath the glove of Panik. Swing and a miss, 1-2.
Busy around the world of baseball today. Did some trades.
David Wright is here. He's trying to come back. And McNeil is out swinging.
Good pitch. Well, Giants fans, it's time to root for your Giants. StubHub has the best selection of 100% MLB verified tickets. So download the StubHub app today and head to AT&T. StubHub is an official partner of the San Francisco Giants.
Here's Austin Jackson, who struck out. He takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
Josh Donaldson traded from the Blue Jays to the Indians. And the Brewers made a couple of deals. Gio Gonzalez, Curtis Granderson.
So Granderson is a Brewer.
Yes, he is.
Down the right field line, foul. Yeah, that's just what I thought the Brewers needed.
More bats?
No, outfielders.
Why not? Dodgers got Ryan Madson from the Nationals.
Got him. A high strike. Right at the top of the zone.
Austin Jackson not agreeing with Mike Estabrook, but that's the nature of Estabrook's strike zone. It can be big. You'll get high strikes, you'll get low strikes, but you don't always get the same strikes.
Can we say that Garcia got that strike just to build up the image of this kid?
Absolutely. Let's do it. You're
Right.
giving that good frame job there for Aramis Garcia. He is a good target.
Got
and
that
he's
one,
quiet.
too. Yeah.
That's the first thing you look at if you're a pitcher.
I agree. I think he's going to win the Gold Glove this year.
Wouldn't it be something? Guy wins it in a month.
One game
with 6 starts.
One and one to Flores, and it's a bit outside.
Buster Posey back at the ballpark today. Had his surgery Monday in Vail, Colorado, and starting the rehab process.
Garcia. Better catch this if you're going to win that Gold Glove, and he does. And that's going to end the inning. Longoria, Belt, Slater coming up. It's 0-0.
Hoping to hang on to Andrew McCutchen, but when they did not sweep the Diamondbacks, the math became overwhelming. Brian Sabean talked about it earlier today.
Well, we don't like to surrender. You know, contrary to some other general managers at our front office, we don't necessarily relish the trade deadline and being involved in this. Because you got people going out the door that you're invested in, and you're never really sure of the return, et cetera, et cetera. We all know the drill. But in some ways, we for most of the year were either in a position, one hand tied behind the back or two. Every week we were taking a body blow. Guys couldn't stay on the field. There were major injuries. Lost people this season, ending injuries also. And I'm pretty amazed with the record, although the record could be better if we could just be league average with runners in scoring position, and we finished some games we should have finished.
Brian has the utmost respect for McCutchen. He said he hopes he wins a ring. He also said there needs to be more players like Andrew McCutchen in Major League Baseball. When asked if they were open to McCutchen returning in 2019, Brian Sabean said yes. Gentlemen?
Well, if you ask him a question, he's going to answer it.
He's exactly right. I mean, he's an old scout, and you're going to get an honest answer from an old scout.
Belt out of play. Those are the two minor leaguers that the Giants received in the McCutchen deal.
Avelinos, he's 23 years old. He's playing AAA ball. He had a solid season, and with 15 home runs, hitting .287. That's a combination of AA and AAA ball. And then DePaula, he's 20-year-old arm that has averaged a strikeout an inning. So, you know, you needed some good return when you're sending McCutchen out the door. And I think the Giants feel that they got some good return. Time will tell. It was very interesting today when McCutchen walked into the Yankee clubhouse. There is no facial hair allowed on the Yankees, as Belt takes called strike 3, a little backdoor cutter. And to see McCutchen without a beard, I mean, he looked like he was 16 years old. I didn't recognize him.
Here's Slater. Slater hit a little dribbler that Wheeler picked up and threw him out. Fair ball down the first base bag. And Slater has got a double. Right over the bag at first, and it's going to give Shaw a chance.
See, for Slater, that doesn't happen if you button up the top button on your jersey. Yeah. A little cut fastball at 91, staying inside it. They played him off the bag, and there was a big hole, and he finds it. Don't touch it. Yeah, he tried to. He tried to lose his seat.
Yeah, that would be bad. It's still early in the game.
She needs to explain the rules to him. You touch a ball, you're going to get asked to leave.
Shaw takes a strike. It's 0-1. Shaw struck out in the second inning. And 2.
So you got to crank it up a notch. It's all about making adjustments. Put the ball in play here. 2 outs, runner in score position. Got to make contact.
And that'll end the inning. 5 strikeouts for Wheeler. Came in August 20th last week. It was Dominic Smith and Ahmed Rosario. Drop pop-up in the 13th. I got it. I got it. No, I don't got it. And it happened with 2 outs. Andrew McCutcheon scored, and the Giants won the ball game 2-1. Bruce fouls it to the backstop, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Hey, you never quite know how you're going to win in extra innings. It's usually a home run or a mistake. The 0-1 to Bruce, and Bruce takes a breaking ball down low. Bruce popped out to Gorky Hernandez in the 2nd. There's a strike. It's 1-2. On deck is Mesoraco. Here's the pitch to Bruce, and it's wide, 2-2. Center field struck well. Hernandez got a good jump. He's there. He makes the catch. 1 out. And here's Mesoraco. Mesoraco saw 1 pitch in the 2nd, and he popped out to Crawford, or make that to he popped out to Hansen. Crawford's not in the starting lineup. Lots of power. Former Red. Likes the first pitch, except for that one, and it's 0-1. Brandon Nimmo is on deck, and the high fastball taken at 91 miles an hour. It's 56 pitches for Andy Suarez.
You know, it's not uncommon for him to be very economical with his pitches. I mean, he's a guy that gets a lot of quick outs within 3 pitches.
Three and one on the pitch taken wide. Good pitch for Mesoraco to sit on right here. And he just got underneath it.
Yes, he did.
Hansen behind Longoria. 2 down.
And Mesoraco's going to head back to the Mets bench thinking, yeah, I just missed that one. I mean, he geared up for the fastball. He got the fastball. We'll think about that one for a while. Let's take a look at it. Up above the belt, middle in, and that's the I just missed it face.
Here's Nimmo. No balls and 1 strike. Nimmo bounced out to Belt in the 2nd. Hit to right. Slater with room. Side retired. Bottom 3 for the Giants coming up. 0-0. August 31st, 2005. Moises Salou and Felipe Alou combined for 500 home runs. Moises hit the home run off of Jeff Francis. It was Moises' 294th career home run. His dad, 206. And Gorkis takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Out of play. See father and son combos in the home run department. Not a shocker to see who's on top. Not a shocker to see who's next. Gorkis takes inside. 2 balls and a strike.
Well, 1,094 home runs between your father and son. I mean, the Griffeys, the Fielders, the Alous, the Perez's.
Frazier at third will throw out Hernandez. That's 1 out.
So round 2 for Aramis Garcia, and again his family tunes up. My wife Jennifer at the top of the screen.
And a pop-up. And could this be a thing? Well, it is, but it's foul.
All right. Mom says contact. All right. Watch the reaction. All right. Gets another life. Here we go. Moms. You can't help it. They're just moms.
Foul. Nothing in 2. Tight 1 and 2.
But if you're going to get your first big league hit, get it off somebody who's been red hot, and Wheeler is that guy. He's as hot as anybody in baseball right now.
Got him. So the rooks in this game are 0 for 4 with 4 strikeouts. Suarez. Suarez struck out in the 3rd after he jumped out in front 3-0. 0-2. Up the middle. McNeil is going to throw him out, and that'll end the inning. Nice play. 6th inning coming up.
authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the San Francisco Giants Baseball Club, LLC.
Still no score between the Giants and the Mets as we head into the top of the 6th inning. And as we always promise, when a player makes his debut, we interview Mama and the whole family. This is the Garcia family. We have Miriam and Aramis Sr. We have Grandpa Santiago. Grandma Carmen is down there, and fiance Brianna. All right, Mama, how did you find out the news that he was going to make his debut?
Goodness, a 3:30 in the morning phone call, you know, from Aramis, extremely emotional. You know, something a parent waits for, you know, their entire life, and very exciting.
Where were you guys coming from?
Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines, Florida.
And you guys have been here waiting for him to make his debut for a few days, yes?
We flew in on Sunday, and the day after we found out, and we got here as quickly as possible. Yes.
Tell us a little bit about the journey. I talked to Aramis today, and he said he thought it was very appropriate that he was assigned jersey number 16. That was a tough year for you guys, wasn't it?
Very tough. It was the toughest year of his career. He, that was the year of his injury, his facial fracture, and it was extremely scary, and, you know, that set him back a whole year. But it taught him, you know, to fight through it, to work harder than ever, and to get back to where he was, because he was having a fantastic year before the injury. But he will never forget, you know, what it took him to get there, and all the challenges, and getting back into it, and he fought, and he did it.
Tough cookie.
Tough cookie.
Could you have foreseen when Aramis was little and you're taking him to baseball practice and you're throwing with him in the backyard and all the time you put in as parents, could you have foreseen this moment today?
Yes, yes. When he was 9, he told us, you know, I'm going to be a professional baseball player. And at the time he was starting to get really, really good. He was playing travel, and actually he used to pitch first, and he was a really good hitter always, and he used to work harder and harder on his craft, and, you know, it's been his only dream. And so we helped him, and yeah, lots of travel baseball, lots of time spent on the road.
Okay, so Dad, now tomorrow it's a day game, so Aramis Jr. takes you out to dinner, yes?
I hope so.
He can afford it now, and he owes you guys a thank you dinner. Congratulations. Love watching this, gentlemen.
All right, it's always great to hear from the parents, especially the moms. And always the one thing that is certain, always excited, just beside themselves.
It never fails.
So Wheeler strikes out.
I mean, it's always the same reaction, just said a different way.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's just you're so proud, and you feel like you got to plant the flag right there with him as he goes out on the field. I mean, think about all the games that they sat and watched, as moms and dads do, grandpas and grandmas. It's a very special time.
Here's Frazier on the ground to third. And a nice inning for Andy Suarez. Giants are coming up. It'll be the top of the order.
Vision of Boating and Waterways reminding you always to wear your life jacket and get home safe.
Panic, who doubled off the wall in the third, will lead things off. And he takes inside for a ball, 1-0. Hansen and then Longoria.
Panic has had really good at bats against Wheeler. I mean, that back leg has been timed to him.
So it's 2-1.
Big at bat when the guy's seeing a pitcher well. When he's leading off an inning late in the game, it's tied. They're trying to run that cut in on the hands. Subtle movement. It's not big. It's about a 3-4 inch slide, but it goes flat into a lefty.
On the ground. And from the outfield grass, it'll be McNeil.
Well, winter's coming to AT&T Park. That's right. Monday, September 10th is Game of Thrones night. Your special event package will include an AT&T Park Dragon bobblehead standing atop the AT&T clock tower. Woohoo! And a ticket to see the Giants take on the Braves. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
Here's Hansen, who tries to bunt and misses, and it's 0-1. Hansen popped out in the first and rolled out in the third. 0-2.
He's got so much life with that fastball up around the letters. I mean, it's just a second stage movement that just jumps at you. And nobody's even fouling that pitch off.
And a waste pitch. It's 1-2.
And Mesoraco keeps giving that high fastball target. Why wouldn't you? And I wonder if he knitted that himself.
And that's rolled foul. Probably one of our extra inning games.
Yeah.
One and two. Got him. Giants coverage is not over after the postgame show. Grant Liftman and Grant Brisbee will talk about the game on the Giants Outsiders tonight after postgame live. Longoria singled in the first. He popped out to Flores in the fourth.
It was Star Trek night, and they gave away that hat tonight. So there's a Trekkie. It is a very cool hat.
No swing.
Says Chad Fairchild, first base umpire. And there's the Star Trek hat.
Healthy swing, 2-2.
Oh yeah. They're all Vulcans. Very logical family. And he's an Easton guy. Brought his glove.
And Wheeler picks up his 8th strikeout. Through 6, it's 0-0. by your local Toyota dealer.
Well, it's been all about pitching tonight, and as advertised, two hot pitchers coming in, and they are really having a duel with one another. 1 hit allowed through 6 for Suarez, 3 allowed by Wheeler. 8 strikeouts for Wheeler, 5 strikeouts for Suarez, and no walks by either pitcher.
So McNeil just pulls one foul.
The thing about Suarez, I mean, he's been really good on the first pitch. 15 for 20 in first pitch strikes, which is a stat that they pay very, very close attention to.
A nice healthy rip, and it's no balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he was on that one. That was the first real hanger with that breaking ball, and that was right up there around the belt out over the middle of the plate. And McNeil's been a hot hitter. He's had a good month of August.
One and two.
See McNeil try to buckle that knee into the ball. So you mentioned he's been hit 18 times. And breaking balls, watch the right leg as he kind of at the last minute kind of tries to lean into it.
Foul again.
We played with guys that if guys try to do that, next pitch they say, here, let me help you out. You want to get hit so bad? Here.
Two and two.
But that little buckle with the knee, I mean, that's straight out of Chase Utley's playbook. Seen him do that throughout his career. And a tie ball game, 7th inning. He's a leadoff hitter trying to get on any way he can. That'd be a way of doing it.
And a little pop up out of play, and it stays at 2 and 2.
The change up. So he's dragged McNeil through the garden. He's throwing him everything. A little spillage on the purse, not a problem.
And that one did hit him.
Yeah, I think the Giants might take a look at this and make sure. I don't know. That may have got the handle of the bat. Giants looked at it. They said, no, we won't contest it. One more look.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. You'd have to.
The only thing I think is if you get hit in the hand, that hand comes off the bat. And he never let go of the grip.
Jackson with a swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
But in the end, the Mets get their leadoff hitter on. 19th time that McNeil has been hit. You see the bat, handle on that bat?
Yeah,
looked like a Nellie Fox bat.
Hit out to right. Slater coming in. It's going to drop. Well, Buster Posey Sox are finally here on Sunday, the 2nd of September. Series concludes with the Buster Sox for the first 20,000 fans, presented by Toyota. Buy directly from the Giants at sfgiants.com. Here's Wilmer Flores. Flores is 0 for 2. And the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. And it's low, 2-0. So Suarez now looking for a ground ball. He's created this mess with a hit batter and a little bloop to right.
Biggest pitch of the game right here. One thing Suarez has been so good at is getting the ground ball to get that double play. So a 2-0 changeup. Highest ground ball rate among National League starting pitchers, and Suarez in the top 3. He needs one now.
At the bottom of the strike zone, it's 2-2.
Well, that's where the ground balls are, at the bottom of the strike zone. Tony Watson heading down. Start getting stretched.
Stroked out into Triple's alley, where Slater's going to make the catch. McNeil will tag and go to third.
Nice play. Two strikes going the other way with some pop. And a high backhander, and you got to get up, set up quick. You're going to give up the runner moving from second to third. You're concentrating on getting that ball back to the infield to prevent the runner from first base to advance.
You just want everything to be clean.
So they keep the force in order.
So Jay Bruce will hit, and Hansen will move to the right of second base. Swinging a pop-up, and that's going to be out of play.
Pressure really is on Alan Hansen. I mean, he's been a shortstop all night long. Now he comes over to the right side of the infield. Well, and he's been playing on second base. That's not the issue. It's if the ball gets hit to Panic or Belt, in order to turn that double play, he's going to have to come a long way, because he's going to back up more because of the strength of Bruce. And Bruce runs pretty well. He's also going to take the pivot play from Longoria if Longoria gets a ground ball.
So it's 0-1 to Bruce. On the ground foul. That was away from the target. It's 0-2.
Our Xfinity X1 customers say, show me the San Francisco Giants into your X1 voice remote and get live stats on your TV. Change the way you experience TV with Xfinity X1. A ball dude down there, Rob McRae, making some friends.
Strikeout or ground ball. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On the ground to Bell. Bell will go to Hansen. Hansen back to Bell. Double play. One of the hardest double plays to turn, and the Giants made it look easy. It remains 0-0.
Brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency. By Heffernan Insurance Brokers. Insurance and financial services for you and your business. Visit hefins.com. By Xfinity. X1 will change the way you experience TV. And by Kelly Moore Paints. Go where the pros go. Kelly Moore, the painter's paint store.
Here it's a 0-0 ball game. Mets let their lone opportunity get away from them, and here's Belt to face Wheeler, who's got 8 strikeouts, and he's got Belt once. And there's a base hit down the right field line. Can the kid go for 2? Bruce digs it out. Belt's at second with a double.
Down and dug out an off-speed pitch. Guy's really hoping this guy gets hot. Change up, just hooks it over the head of Wilmer Flores. And despite everybody stacked up on the right side, Belt puts himself at second base to open this inning up.
So here's Slater. Slater doubled in the 4th inning. Bounces this one, and Belt is going to make it to third. He took a chance, and Reyes upset that he didn't go to third.
I mean, it would have been a dangerous play. And in a tie score, I mean, you have to get it out there. I mean, Belt really got a great jump on it. And there you see Reyes look. I mean, it was a window of opportunity there. But if you're not 100% sure, you can't take the chance. It's not a force play.
Well, Chris Shaw has struck out twice, and he's in a spot now where he's got to put the ball in play.
Put the ball in play, get short, do what you have to do to make contact.
And he just got a high fastball, and he fouled it back.
That's been the one pitch that's been giving him trouble tonight against Wheeler. They're going up there again.
Center field. Jackson will catch. Belt will tag. The throw is on line. 1-0 Giants. And the kid comes up with his first major league RBI. Nice at bat.
That was a great at bat. Indeed it was. I mean, he got it done. I mean, look, he struck out a couple times against Wheeler. And he knew how important it was to put the ball in play, and that's exactly what he did. He's going Rook.
All right,
babe.
Feel a lot better now.
I mean, he kind of feels like part of the boys now.
Here's Gorky Hernandez, who's rolled out twice to Reyes, and he fouls this one out of play. So some heads-up base running by Belt gives the Giants the lead.
He took a gamble and it paid off. If he gets thrown out,
we're all mad at him.
We're all mad at him.
We want to send him back to Texas. But Brandon, you get to stay. Foul back. Gorky's behind in the count, 1-2.
Tony Watson getting ready. He will pitch the 8th. And Andy Suarez night is over. And boy, was he good tonight.
Three and 2.
7 innings, 2 hits allowed, no walks, 5 strikeouts, and 7 zeros. And he pitched through a first and third 1-out jam in the top of the 7th. That's impressive.
He's out of play.
So you snuggle up to the wise old sage, Hunter Pence. And right now, Hunter Pence is pumping him up.
Yeah, he's telling him, look, in your next start, you'll be pitching in Colorado. Yes.
Yeah.
It'll be warm, and you take those 2 buttons on your jersey and unbutton them.
That's his tip for the day.
Out of play.
But I'm sure one of the things that Hunter Pence pointed out is, listen, kid, that's 2 starts in a row, 14 innings in a row, where you haven't given up a run.
Marquise, a little jam shot to stay alive. Pitch number 10 coming up. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Strikeout number 9. Giants take the lead. 8th inning is coming up.
T-Mobile and talk about the brilliance of Andy Suarez. 5 strikeouts tonight. He opened it up, striking out Todd Frazier, fastball. Jackson, fastball. McNeil, fastball. Jackson, fastball. Then he gets Zach Wheeler, the pitcher, on a breaking ball. And then with 1st and 3rd, 1 out in the 7th, he gets a 3-6-3 double play. And Jay Bruce, by the way, that's the 3rd double play he's hit into all year. It doesn't happen very often. Andy Suarez was fantastic. 14 innings in a row. Last 2 starts. Shutout baseball.
Here's Tony Watson to Mesoraco. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change tune-up and brake experts.
Healthy body of work this year for Tony Watson. 62nd game he's come in, averaging a strikeout an inning.
Oh, 0-2 on the foul out of play. Mesoraco is bounced. Check that. He's popped out to short. And then his next at bat, he's popped out to short.
Saw Blanco coming into left field.
In tight 1-2. Yeah, that is a double switch. Blanco will hit 9th, which means he will hit 2nd in the bottom of this inning. Right down the middle of the plate. And check in with Amy G.
All right, gentlemen, it's time for our Ask Amy G segment. Tonight's authentic fan question coming from Ninja Mary, so you know it's got to be a good one. She wants to know, what was your favorite cartoon to watch as a child? So, Ninja Mary, I went to a couple of giants for you. Brandon Crawford, he liked the Rugrats. Tony Watson, a Looney Tunes lover. He liked Speedy Gonzales. Sam Dyson was a Simpsons fan. And Chris Stratton, he liked Rocket Power. If you have a question for the players or the coaches, tweet it to me at AmyGGiants. Hashtag it AskAmyG. Dwayne?
All right. I guess Mickey Mouse, Mighty Mouse, all those from our era, they don't count anymore.
Well, Looney Tunes, we got some Looney Tunes action.
Pass belt down the right field line. Nimmo, who can run. And Slater, who's having a hard time picking it up, and it's a double.
This is a bullet. Gets to the wall quickly. You try and play the carom. Can't get with your glove. Now all of a sudden, it's a pinball machine. But he does the one thing he needed to do, and that was make sure Nimmo didn't get to third base.
So here's Reyes. Reyes has bounced out twice. And the pinch hitter on deck is Michael Conforto. So first Reyes. And a strike. And probably not, but a strike.
Well, just judging from the body language of Jose Reyes, I don't think he's too enthusiastic with the call. It's right down the middle. What are you talking about? Oh, let's take a look at where this one was. That's much better than the first.
It's a good pitch.
.95-mile-an-hour fastball. I mean, with Tony Watson, then the lazy arm delivery he has from the low three-quarter release, it's sneaky fast.
It is. You're right.
And when you see his highest velocities, they're always in two-strike counts. Robert Gesellman down in the Mets bullpen getting ready.
And a pop-up out to Panic. 2 outs.
Well, stream the Giants on the go. This season, once again, you can stream every NBC Sports Bay Area Giants broadcast on your desktop or mobile device. Giants games streamed on the go on the NBC Sports app.
So here's Michael Conforto. He's got power. He's got 19 home runs. He's also got, if Frank Robinson was here, a massive pine tar violation.
Pine tar is not supposed to go above the label of the bat, and that is. Frank Robinson need to have been on it.
Oh, this. There'd have been a 5-minute delay. And the Giants would be playing this game under protest right now.
But look at the label. I mean, they moved the label up. I mean, that's the highest label I've ever seen.
Pretty soon the label will be right on the sweet spot.
That's right. Why not? According to the rules, I am in accordance.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Conforto has been cold of late.
So Watson bent over at the waist. Blocked by Garcia. 3-2. The hitter on deck is Frazier, and I'm assuming that's why Moranta's up in the bullpen. Three and two. Hit on the ground to Panic. Right by the cut of the grass, side retired. Nice job by Watson, who pointed at Garcia. And the Giants lead 1-0. By Togo's Pressarami. Well, Andrew McCutchen departed today, and we're going to go back to April 7th. McCutchen against the Dodgers, a walk-off home run in the 14th. Giants won that ball game 7-5. And on April 7th, which is the first week or second week of the season, that was his welcome to San Francisco moment. It's time for a change. Thanks, Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts.
So Robert Gesellman, new pitcher now for the Mets. Gesellman, a 2-year veteran in his 58th game, big-time sinker. He's got 4 pitches. Fastball, curveball, slider, changeup, but a healthy power sinker that'll go low to mid-90s. He has been a starter, but he has really found a niche in the bullpen. I mean, they've started to close with him. Well, MLB at Bat is your #1 Giants app. You get home screen icons, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcasts, everything and more. Go to and download MLB at Bat today.
2-1 to Garcia. High drive, left field. It is out of here. Look at the old man. And he's going to get the silent treatment, I think. Hansen hasn't gotten the memo. So his first major league hit, his first major league home run, his first major league RBI, and now the boys will welcome him. How about that? Here's Blanco, who swings and misses.
How about that? That's a moment. First big league game. Your first big league hit, a home run.
Mom, I think I'm going to be okay. Jennifer Kruko saying, hey, no big deal. My husband hit 5 of those.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope she said that.
Now we got to get the ball.
My daughter Tess up there on the right. All loving the moment.
Blanco fouls this one through the legs of Mesoraco.
Well, the hard part for Aramis Garcia now is he's got to get his head back in the game.
It's a 2-0 game.
He's got to go out and catch.
Blanco to right and off the top of the wall. And now he's got to hurry into second and he'll make it. Zalman's not fooling anybody.
Well, let's take a look at it. They set up on the outside. It comes back middle in above the belt. And what a great job he does of staying inside the sink. And that was not a cheapie. And watch the reaction.
The old man's going to lose his shorts.
Doesn't care.
So Zalman's going to depart as he slowly walks off the field.
Well, the old man is, he's got to take a walk.
He's got to pee. That's 2-0. We'll be back. Home run, and the new pitcher is Daniel Zamora. And it's time for a change. Think Speedy, oil change and auto service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. So here's Zamora to Panic. Panic shows bunt and he takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. This will be the 8th appearance of the year for Zamora.
Yeah, he's got the home run ball. So hopefully they get it back, and I think they will. Slight negotiation.
Panic bunts it foul.
See Zamora, he's not a hard thrower, but he's a low three-quarter release. A similar arm slot of that of Tony Watson. Kind of a two-pitch guy, fastball slider. If you're hitting from the left side, fastball slider changeup. If you're hitting from the right side.
Sometimes it always felt like in this spot, it's easier to try to bunt for a hit.
Well, guys, you know, everyday players that don't get asked to sacrifice bunt a lot, it is different. I think Joe Panic might agree with you. Drag bunt, was more comfortable with doing that. He didn't do a whole lot of that either, but now he's going to have to get it done a different way. You would notice Kurt Young, the Giants pitching coach, when just calmed down in the Giants dugout, he went over to Aramis Garcia and he started talking about the hitters he's going to have face Will Smith at the top of the 9th inning, just to get him back in the game. That's an old coach recognizing
So on a slow breaking ball, Panic strikes out, and here's Hansen.
just an old coach recognizing that a young catcher who just hit his first big league home run, I mean, mentally he could leave the game. So Kurt Young going over there and talking to him, bringing him back, talking about how he wants him to work Frazier, McNeil, and Jackson, the three hitters that the Mets are going to throw at him in the 9th. Old coaches, they don't miss much.
Hansen with a healthy cut and a foul to the backstop. Blanco doubled off the bricks. He's at second. Zamora strikes out Panic. And a foul back. It's nothing in 2. Two. Foul back, and a pitch to hit right there. Daniel Zamora. We played against Zamora for a long time.
Oscar
Zamora.
Good teammate of mine in Chicago. Did you play with him in Venezuela?
No, I played against him in Venezuela. He was one of those guys that you pitch every day.
Great changeup.
Here's the 1-2 to Hansen, and he strikes out swinging.
Well, Earthquakes taking on the Vancouver Whitecaps tomorrow 7 p.m. You'll see it on NBC Sports Bay Area. 17-year-old sensation Alfonso Davies and the Vancouver Whitecaps, also streaming live on the NBC Sports app. Home of the authentic Quakes fan is NBC Sports Bay Area.
See, here's where the intentional walk rule can catch you off guard. If you're watching like you are right now, all of a sudden you come back and Belt's at the plate.
It's like, what the heck happened?
Belt doubled in the 7th. And he takes in inside. 1 ball and no strikes. no idea what Zamora is doing or Mesoraco is doing by putting the play on. Unless he's informing the infielders what if they're changing signs. It doesn't make any sense.
I think they're changing signs.
High drive, deep right center field. Bruce back at the wall, off the archway. Blanco scores. Longoria scores. Belt with a triple.
Get hot, Mr. Belt.
Get hot indeed.
Now, with that triple, a 2-run score, Will Smith has stopped throwing. Take a look at the breaking ball, and he just keeps his hands back. Short, quick stroke, and there's the carry off the wall. Bruce positions himself to try and make the carom, but to no avail. Guys with a 4-0 lead.
New pitcher coming in. It's 4-0, and we'll be back. Times here in the 8th. And there's your new pitcher. His name is Drew Smith.
16th game that he's been in. He's been very good since getting called up. Got a good fastball. It'll go mid to high 90s. Curveball and a changeup, a 3-pitch guy. Likes his fastball. Why not?
Slater will hit with Belt at third. And a foul back to even the count at a ball and a strike. Aramis Garcia led off the inning with a home run. His first major league hit. Slater, a drive to right and a base hit. And Belt's going to score. It's 5-0. And that's his second hit. Join us tomorrow. An hour-long pregame live will start at noon. We'll have the game for you at 1 against these Mets on NBC Sports Bay Area, right here. Hunter Pence is going to pinch hit for Watson. And the pitch, and Pence takes up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss.
Power on power with that swing.
Low. Big curveball, 2-2. Hunter Pence buckled.
Andrew Smith's got good stuff. Plus, remember, Hunter Pence has seen it for the first time. That happens. Advantage pitcher.
And a healthy rip, and it's out of play. Capturing the moment.
Well, the Garcia family, what a night they have had.
Curveball. He'll see another pitch. It's 3-2.
A little bit inside. Oh yeah, there'll be a lot of smiles tonight.
Runner goes. And Gorky Hernandez is going to hit.
9th hitter that the Giants have thrown up there this inning. So, Dave Eland's going to come out, try and calm things down. Well, let's take a look at the stats on Aramis Garcia's first big league knock. He hit it 100 miles an hour, hit it 408 feet. I mean, that's almost halfway up the bleachers. We don't see many go up there. Yeah, they're checking the StatCast. I got him for 100 miles an hour. How about you? 101.
Yeah, I got him definitely over the century mark. Here's Gorky Hernandez. And a strike. Gorkis is 0 for 3.
They will never forget this night, this moment.
0-2. Gorkis takes it wide. Slater's got a couple of hits in this game. Belt's got a couple.
Hardest thing tonight is going to be trying to fall asleep.
Well, not for me and you.
No, not for me and you, but for Aramis Garcia and his family. They're going to be giggling like a bunch of little kids. And remember, tomorrow's it's a day game. Quick turnaround.
Out of play.
Plus, you know, you think about how the night has gone for Garcia. Zach Wheeler was dealing, and he struck him out twice. Blew him away twice. And then his third at bat in a 1-0 ball game, he steps up there leading off this inning and knocks it out of the ballpark. One of the few mistake to locations that Wheeler had tonight.
And a base hit to right field. Slater's coming in to score. Pence to third. So Hernandez picks up his first hit, and the Garcia family thrilled.
Number
Because
16, Aramis Garcia.
their kid gets a hit again here in the 8th.
Yeah, I think I said that he hit his homer off Wheeler. He hit it off of Gesellman.
He was happy that Wheeler was out of the game.
So he gets the hit second time this inning. So he's already had a night, but have an even bigger night, kid.
Absolutely. And he takes low. 1 ball and no strikes. Giants with 5 hits here in the 8th. And a foul out of play.
That's another healthy rip. That's how you're supposed to swing in a 1-0 count.
Waited on that one nicely. It's 1-2.
Now, once you hit the home run, I mean, pressure's off, right? You got your first big knock, big league knock. You got your first big league home run.
No, not with your mom in the stands.
I've been waiting all week for this.
Very high, 2-2.
When you hit a home run, especially in a 1-0 ball game, you start to think, hey, I can play up here. It'll definitely relax you on your next at bat.
Center field. And it's going to fall. He hit it right off the end of the bat. Pence comes in to score. And the kid is 2 for his last 2. How about that? And we're going to get another pitcher. Seven nothing. Giants have scored 6 runs here in the 8th. And we'll be back.
On NBC Sports Bay Area, home of the authentic fan.
So Jacob Rain is throwing to Gregor Blanco, and the pitch is high, 1-0.
I really don't understand the pitching change.
I don't either.
Anyway,
So how many pitchers this inning alone? 5.
Jacob Rame, the new pitcher for the Mets. Another hard thrower. I mean, they got a bunch of them down there in their pen. They came into this game tonight with 9 men in their bullpen, 3 extra men on the bench. Rame, a rookie.
Blanco with a swing and a miss. It's 2-2. And that'll end the inning. 96. Aramis Garcia, his first major league hit, a home run. It's bye-bye baby. After that, the Giants score 5 more times for a 6-run 8th. It's 7-0. Block is the new pitcher. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your trusted oil change, tune-up, and brake experts. Block on the mound.
40th appearance on the year for Ty Block. Going to try and close this one out. 105 innings of work. He spent time in the rotation. He has been in the bullpen. Tonight he has a chance to get the 27th out, which is always a bonus.
There's a called strike. This is Todd Frazier. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Inside corner, 1-2. Got him.
Inside corner with 92. They set up. Nice frame job by Garcia.
By the way, I just saw on Twitter David Freese just got traded to the Dodgers. Why do they need David Freese? I guess why does any team need a good player, right?
Yeah. Experienced bat off the bench down the stretch.
Here's Jeff McNeil, who takes a strike. On the ground, Hansen now has to charge. Better hurry. Got him. As McNeil runs very well. 2 outs. Here's Austin Jackson. Jackson looks at a strike. And look out, Benny.
Don't be messing with the bull. Yeah, he's been hit before.
He has.
Ain't no thing.
And a bit outside to make it 1-2. And that's the ball game. Nice win for the Giants, and a couple of guys that made their debuts tonight, and they were the major contributors.
Well, Aramis Garcia, I mean, he gets his first big league knock, a home run. He winds up having a 2-hit night, and he catches a shutout. That's a pretty nice night in the big leagues. And Chris Shaw, I mean, he had a big swing of the bat, broke up a tie ball game in the 7th, gave the Giants a 1-0 lead on a sac fly. So 3 rookies, Shaw, Suarez, Garcia, they were the difference makers.
So a nice win as the Giants now go 5-2 on this homestand, and they'll hand the ball to Derek Holland tomorrow for a day game. The next 2 ball games here at the ballpark are day games. Final score, Giants 7, Mets nothing. Thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for Giants Postgame Live, presented by Toyota, and it's going to start right now.